just made a ton of progress here. So next time I'll work on putting all this into the fuselage and closing that up. All right, so those are the outside gun pods, and on the outside they go into these 4 areas. So I gotta find the right drill bit and drill that out. But I checked with the calipers, and yeah, those are, you know, right dead center of those squares. So I had to go with a bigger bit, but I found the right one, and I think it was 1/64 inch, and drilled those on both sides. Okay, there we go. And on these, you need to make sure you put the correct ones on the correct side with those cartridge ejection ports on the bottom. And you can see there, those are, you know, the opposite and on the other side. Just test fit, but I'm going to take them off until I get the fuselage halves together, because I don't want to break those guns off. So I have that top turret all, you know, more or less ready to go. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to mask that, but I kind of have to build it with it in there. So I'm going to have to be very careful with those guns. Yeah, I've test fit those 2 guns in here. So I believe that's the way it goes, like that. All right, I've been working on that inner shelf for quite a while, and I think I finally have it where I can turn this. I still can't turn it a full 360, but at least I can turn it where I'll be able to work on that seam, and then turn it back. You know, that was like a major hurdle. Now I can get the rest of these things fitted in there and get okay. And doing more test fitting. Yep, those guys are up in there. Can't really even see that guy. Yeah, that fits pretty well. So yeah, that fits nice. All right, and I knew this was going to be interesting. Now neither of the guns are glued in there. It's going to be a tight fit, but I think I understand how that's going to go. I think the gun closest to me will get glued in to the interior, and the guns, you know, sticking out of the middle will go on with the canopy. But again, nice fit. All right, with everything kind of test fit, I've gone ahead and started putting things in. So I have the cockpit installed on one side, as well as the bomb bay walls. And again, you know, the fit is very nice. Oh, and I have that gun installed finally up front, and he's fully painted. Yeah, these walls are in there, and that fit is very nice. So yeah, so say goodbye to those guys. It's probably the last time you'll see them. I'm figuring out what's going on in the back here. So back in here, and that wall needs to go in, and then I do think I need to do a little bit of improvement to get that rear turret to sit properly. So I'm going to work on that next. All right, working on this back turret, and I think in a previous video mentioned that this back opening needed to come up this way to be level up there for that other clear piece. So just measured, cut, and glued that and let that dry. All right, here's that back gunner's position. So the gun is glued to that ball turret, for lack of a better term, and that wall is glued into this side of the fuselage. But that top piece is just fit on there, and the gun and ball turret are just fit in there. That ball turret will go in there, but that top piece will stay out until I get the wing in. So now that this is, you know, figured out and together, now I'll get that top turret in there and close this up. But that was a major hurdle now to be able to close the fuselage. All right, here we go. right, I think that does it. Let's see. Yeah, cool. Look at that. That turns... Okay, so I can get to this seam. And that turns fairly freely in there, and those guns move up and down, but I don't want to mess with those too much. These, everything back here is static. It's all glued into place, and I believe a little bit of filling here and there. But for the most part, that's pretty damn good. So now, this has to go in. Like that. I wonder if I should do this right now. Yeah, I'm gonna... Boom. I'm gonna glue that right now. All right, I think I will leave it just like that and let all of that dry. So that'll do it for this video. I'm pretty happy with the progress I've made. I got the fuselage halves together, that rear wing on, and everything's looking pretty good to clean up that seam. So next time I'll get started on that. So as always, thanks for watching and happy modeling.